delicious.
All right, starting the podcast broadcast early on a Friday because it's Friday and we have so much catching up to do. You know, a lot of big stuff happening, not only around the old Pueblo, but a lot of big things happening here for the show. As you know, it's been a pretty eventful 24 hours, thanks to our guest on the podcast broadcast yesterday, Darby Allin. And so let me reintroduce our beautiful panelists that we have going on today. Of course, Yas Money is in the building. Yeah, yes, she does. Representing all the cholas and cholos out there, right? We got Hannah, a.k.a. Death-Free Foodie from Tucson Foodie. Good morning, Hannah.
Good morning.
And, of course, the beautiful and talented Mari. Welcome back, Mari.
Hello.
All right. So yesterday I went viral, right? And this is not the first time I went viral. You know, and it's whenever I go viral, it's in with the internet wrestling community, the IWC, right? It seems like that's my lane, which is fine. You know, I'm a fan. I know a little bit of it. In fact, I've been doing games here where I'm like Stump the Beef, where you got to ask me a question, right? And like pertaining to wrestling. And unfortunately, I know the answer to almost everything.
Unfortunately, you're really good.
Yes.
Oh, so good.
But then ask me any question about literature whatsoever, or authors, any of that stuff, nothing. So obviously, you know what is consumed my time growing up. I know. And I'm embarrassed by that. I am a savant in this and an idiot in everything else. Trust me, I am. But I do enjoy it growing up. It's a passionate thing, right? So when I talk to professional wrestlers, that's always fun. And we talked to AEW superstar Darby Allin yesterday. And this happened. I'll play you the clip that has gone viral because tons of people have been posting it, clipping it, not necessarily from my page. I wish I benefited from this where it's like my Instagram page that has like 1 million views, but that's not the case. It's actually being ripped and shared all over the internet. So accumulatively, this video that I'm going to show you, versions of this video, is everywhere on the IWC and has probably racked up about 1.5 million views in the last 24 hours. Massive, because I was having an interview with Darby and he was in the back of a vehicle, his Uber, and his Uber driver did this. So check out this video. I know that you guys saw this live, or a lot of you did. But I'm going to play it for you right now in case you didn't. Well, I love it, dude. And we're excited to see you when you come to Tucson for AEW Collision. We got this program going on. Can we expect to see like a match?
One second. I hate to interrupt like your AA or like therapy session or, but it's kind of rude of you to be on speakerphone like in someone's Uber.
Is it cool if I finish?
Look, man, I've been driving since 5 a.m. I'm tired. Like, can you just put the phone up? Like, it's a little rude.
This is like an interview. Yeah, we're on national TV right now, just doing an interview here real quick.
I don't care. I make like $15.
Okay, so you know, some people called out or laughed at that, saw that was a joke. Obviously, I'm doing a flex that is not true.
Right.
But you know, I'm like, if you're an Uber driver in Florida, you don't know that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we'll continue.
Now, like, I don't care.
Yeah, but you want 5 stars. This is 1-star behavior.
Is this your AA sponsor or something?
No, it's not an AA sponsor.
I don't care. Can you just put the phone away?
I'm straight edge.
Is he really
Yeah,
he's
I knew at this face paint, this Gene Simmons thing, like you were gonna be trouble. Like,
yeah.
dude,
Wait,
you want me to
Nice
cancel
go,
right?
buddy.
Put the phone away.
No, hold on.
What do you mean? Hold on.
Just pull
Yeah,
over real quick. Let me finish this.
Yeah, finish it all right. You're getting out of my freaking car. This is insane.
No, yeah, that's 1-star behavior, sir. You know, and honestly, a Lyft driver would not drive like that. I'm sorry, I'm not going to get
Uber.
Take me
Uber.
to Tucson.
Yeah, take them to Tucson so we could be doing AEW live here.
Yeah,
in
real
Tucson.
fun, buddy. Real, dude. I'm over this. You're getting out of my car now.
Hold on.
Let me see
We're
you.
in the middle of the
I
highway.
don't care.
We're,
Out.
we're-
Get out. Go. Get out of my car.
Oh my god.
We're in the middle of the highway.
See, Lyft drivers wouldn't do this.
Whoa.
Buddy.
You're honking.
Wow.
Silent highway.
I'm in the middle of the highway, so. Hold on,
We're gonna do this
pedal
interview.
out.
He drove off on you. Did it look like he drove off on you? Yeah, he drove off on you.
He's gone. So what were we saying? Because I got to find another Uber. I'm in
That's and it goes on a little bit more where I wrap up the conversation, but that is the clip essentially in a nutshell that has gone viral, right? Very good.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And so, the internet is crazy because, Todd's been on the Facebook defending the honor of the clip, which is great on Facebook and just call him out because we saw this live. We saw this happen live. You guys know, as I was talking to Darby live, we pop on when nothing was behind the scenes as far as the beginning of our conversation. There was no prep into our conversation, right? And then we just went into the interview and then this happened in real time, right? What are your thoughts on this? You look concerned.
It was wild.
Yeah, it was wild. And that's what went viral all the way through. So, of course, people are immediately like, what is the deal? Is this a work or a shoot? Now, in wrestling terms, a work is something that is, contrived, like you planned it, contrived. Thank you. A shoot is something that is unplanned. Right. And so like in wrestling, when you're doing a match, that's a work. But say one person like steps over the line and the other person gets pissed and says, you know what, F this, and punches him for real, then it turns into a shoot.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now, I don't think that's the question that should be asked with that clip. The question that I ask myself in that moment, right, was not if it was a work or a shoot. My question was, is this a prank or a gift?
A gift.
Right. So is he doing this to either F with me or is he doing this to say, I'm going to give you a viral moment to help you out? And I still, at the end of the day, even if it was a prank, it is still a gift because it's putting out our imaging, what our podcast broadcast looks like. And our quality and everything's so DIY. Everyone on the stream normally knows this, right? Everyone that's been riding with us day one knows the effort that we put in, and it's us putting us into it, but we make it look like it's a larger entity, and it's really not, right? And so the fact that it's going out there, a lot of people seeing it, it's a big deal, right? So it's not work or shoot, it's gift or prank. Think that. Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We just played back the clip of Darby Allin getting kicked out of an Uber live during an interview with us just yesterday morning. Of course, this is ahead of AEW's Collision on Saturday night, March 7th, which we'll be giving away tickets for here a little bit later on in the show. That clip went massively viral. It's been awesome to see. And of course, I get the same kind of reactions and haters online. I did get a guy, he saw this on my story. Where on a Reddit thread, Reddit is what a great place for trolls. You know what I mean? Fantastic place. So he commented and he said, the podcast broadcast is one of the goofiest names I've heard for a show. Though I did get a kick out of the interviewer referring to his live stream as quote unquote national TV before trying to use the Uber star ratings to lord over the Uber driver. Right? And so, I know. I saw that and I was like, okay, you know what? I like that comment. So I'm going to respond to it. Yeah. So I said, the show is Beef Vegan Presents and the podcast broadcast is just the live stream podcast we do within the show. Right. But thank you. I tried to flex with all I could come up with because, I mean, in that opportunity, it's like, hey, how can I get this guy to be like, oh, I'm sorry.
I also like the voice you used.
Yeah. Thank you. So then he wrote back in typical Reddit troll fashion. Okay. Second goofiest in that case. Yeah. And then he goes, what is a beef vegan? Now, I get this all the time, right? This is a stupid question. And so I just wrote back and I said, that's my name. It's not what is, it's who is.
Oh
Yeah, you know what I mean? There's no response on that. It's like, duh. All right. Can we have names? What is a Maddie Raz? You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not coming after your name. So it was still fun. It was good. And I'm still enjoying it. Lots of good times here on the internet. So if you come across it on any kind of thread that may come across, definitely like it, share it. Let's just spread the love because it all helps the bottom line. Now let's get into a round of hypotheticals with Miss Yas Money. Yeah. It's time for another edition of
Is it a Yas or is it oh, hell no?
All right. So what's the hypotheticals that we're hitting here today, Yas?
Well, this first one, I don't know how I personally feel about it, but what are your thoughts on turning your phone off for the entire weekend? Yeah. So I'm not talking airplane mode. I'm talking like fully powered down, zero access.
Yeah. Sounds incredible.
It does. Sounds incredible. Here, let's start off with Hannah, aka Death Free Foodie. Would you do this?
Yes. Absolutely. I would love to.
When was the last time you did do this?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, exactly. Right. All right. Maury?
That's a yas.
Yeah, but you know what? It doesn't count with you because you share your phone with your husband.
What?
You share a phone?
Well, not technically. I just get his messages.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
It's for scheduling purposes, okay, guys?
Totally. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Got a schedule.
Like it sounds healthy, but it sounds. All right, next one.
Okay, well, I didn't answer, but I would say, yeah, I would love to if I could. So I say, oh, hell yes. I think it's good to unplug every now and then. Good for your mental health. All right, next one.
I don't know. My mom would cuss me out if I wasn't answering the phone.
Yes.
You gotta tell everybody, though.
She's still tracking your location at like 36.
No, she has no idea what that is. But if I don't answer the first 2 times, I will hear the wrath.
Right. All right.
Okay, Mari.
Yes.
Sleeping in separate blankets as a couple.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So 2 comforters, 0 tug of war.
Mm.
Yeah?
Yes.
Is it a yes or is it a oh
Yes.
hell no?
Oh, no, big time yes.
Do you have 2 comforters?
No, but we also like co-sleep, right? So like it's got like me, kid, Kenzo, kid.
Right. Yeah, so you
So-
don't need an extra blanket. If you get cold, you just get body warmth from one of the kids, you
Well,
know?
the kids sleep on top, right? Because they get overheat. So like they sleep on top of the blankets. So we kind of have our own blankets.
It sounds like you need 7 blankets. It really does.
We do.
Hannah, when you're in a relationship and you cohabitate, were you doing 2 comforters?
No.
No.
I want to be like back. I want to be next. I want to be like
Spoon.
glued.
Skin to skin.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, you want to be the little spoon and
Yes.
protect it. Yeah. You could still do that in a different blanket, though.
I mean, okay.
Yeah. Okay. See, we just compromised.
Yeah.
Let me have my G.I. Joe blanket, and you have whatever down the blanket you want to
That's
have.
adorable.
All right, Yas, what about you, though? Would you do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like I do a lot where like I just grab the sheet and tug it.
Yeah,
in
you're
between- like I take it.
a sheet
and-
thief.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like I don't try to because I stay in one spot the entire time.
Right.
I don't know. I shared a bed with my sister growing up, so like that just stuck with me in my head. So I only stay in one spot, but I will hug the comforter and all the sheets to keep warm.
Yeah, you know what I found in my past relationships? And when the relationship is going good, the blanket sharing is very simple and like snuggly and cuddly. And if you get like the blanket pulled off you in the middle of the night, then all of a sudden you feel it get back on you. But when the relationship starts turning sour, right?
It turns
That blanket is weaponized
Oh,
to
yeah.
a point where, you know, I'm like freezing and just like, nah, it's my blanket. They'll pull it off violently.
I can't tell you how many times I've done that.
Yeah, see?
That I just like grab it
Can't.
and just
Right.
give it to me.
So I'll say the first year, oh, hell no. We're sharing a blanket. After that, and just with my experience, right?
Uh-huh.
And then it's like, it's time to invest in extra blankets. So we both are comfortable during this slow decline. But anyways, what's our last?
Oh my God.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry. I'm projecting. Right? You've been through a breakup. Now, at
Yeah.
that, did you have blanket wars during the tail end of that?
No, still cuddling. I think we're just the cuddlers.
Well, you know what? Yeah.
I'm
I
grateful.
get it. I get it. You know. All right. One more Yas or nah?
So cooking without recipes, freestyling every meal based on your vibes.
Right. I grew up with my mom. You know, she would always call it like a surprise because everything was like a surprise. She just whipped together stuff, right?
Oh.
And sometimes it would hit, sometimes it would miss massively.
Oh my gosh.
She wasn't a great cook, but she would just throw it together and she would always call it the same thing. It's like, you know, a kibosh or I forgot the term. I'll have to call her up, but it was always just this like
casserole.
goulash surprise. Like, okay. But I grew to kind of do the same thing. I do look up recipes, right? But I
Yeah.
also like to freestyle. So I say hell yes on this. What about you, Hannah? Now you're vegan and you gotta, you know, cook vegan. So those recipes, I guess, gotta be a little more strict, right?
Yeah, but there's so many of them, and there are lots of easy recipes.
Okay.
But I like to. I mean, I kind of do a lot of girl dinners lately.
Okay.
But
Ah.
yeah, lots
Like
of,
what?
Lots
Crackers.
of nuts, fruits,
Okay.
crackers, nuts, hummus.
Charcuterie board.
Well, you're not cooking that. Yeah. So you're
Yeah.
eating like a squirrel is basically what you're doing.
Basically, but lately, yes, I'm working on it.
She's
Look at this.
snacking.
No recipe. I just picked this from the trees and the bushes around me and
yeah,
eat it like
you
that.
see me out in the yard. It just-
And what about you? Your mother,
That's
you
a
cook for your
hell
family?
nah. No, because I recently just tried to open up a can of tomato sauce and make like sauce for pasta,
Right.
and I ruined it. My kids wouldn't eat it. It was that bad. All I put was butter in it, and maybe I overcooked it, but it tasted so bad.
Mm.
So like,
even
I
your
need
children.
recipes.
Yeah.
Like I'm the worst.
All right. Well, there you go. Another edition of
Yas or hell no?
All right, let's keep this conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Yesterday was the very first time in my 10 years as a Tucsonan that I went to the Tucson Rodeo.
Wow.
That's right.
Slap you.
I know. Rico took me to the rodeo and we captured our adventure on video, of course. And I'm going to share that video with you here on the podcast broadcast. You can join us, youtube.com/beefvegan, or keep it right here because we got music on the way from Limp Bizkit on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. All right. So, you go every year, obviously, I don't want to say you're dressed like a heifer, right?
Oh my God.
That's what a cow is, a heifer,
no,
right?
You don't
that's
say
what
that.
See, that's the thing I can't say.
Woman.
I know you can't say that to a woman
You
and
can't
stuff.
say heifer at all.
That's cow skin, though.
You can
It's not
say
actual
bovine.
skin. Bovine. You can't say heifer.
Sure. No.
Heifer is like
Heifer's like a mean term.
See, you just shut up, right? So I know I piss off Yas when she immediately just starts
Rightfully
drinking
so.
and. But it also technically is that a female cow? No.
No.
Okay, I'll shut up. Sorry, I apologize. Don't stab me. Okay, so but it is a cow print, and that's how you're going to the rodeo and stuff, which is very rodeo-like, and it's gonna be a hit for sure. You been to the rodeo, I assume?
No.
Never.
Never.
And you grew up here?
And you grew up here too, right?
I did.
Okay, because that's what we were talking about with Yas. I was like, I have never been to the rodeo. And she was like, what? How? You're from Tucson. I was like, I know. I don't know why either. It was just like a break for me, right?
Yeah.
Like I never actually went down to see the rodeo. Mm-hmm. And she was educating me on all that.
I could see I can see why you wouldn't want to, only because, your lifestyle, right? So you're seeing.
As an adult now, I will not go. But as a child, I don't know why we didn't. Well, you know what? We were really strict and religious. So I don't know if maybe they didn't want to. I don't know. We didn't do anything like that.
I mean, it's very God forward. You know what I mean? Yeah. They definitely, they're like, we don't apologize for our God for that. I mean, they say that at one point during the rodeo announcements.
Yeah, the ceremony is like it's when the rodeo starts, they introduce every single title, right? Like the Army, the Air Force, everything. And then they hit you with the Space Force.
Really?
And they show up and they have their flag and everything. And then they say, national anthem, they play it. And then right before, the silence doesn't stop because they got to pray.
Yeah.
They got to pray over all the riders, all the animals.
Okay.
And everybody that's there.
Amen.
When I first paid attention to those things or got there early enough to see those ceremonies, I was like, what is this? Because really I'm a poser, but I'm not, because I'm not I'm not there for the cowboys. I'm not there, I'm there for the actual sport. I want to see the women ride on the horse and do the barrel runs and things like that. I go for the vibes. I go for the drinks. I go for just tradition and what it is. I mean, I've been going since I was a kid, so
it's nostalgia for you, and it is fair, and the festivities are fun. It's actually an entertaining show. The way they do their commentary over it is very comedic and pushing it forward, and the action is pretty good. But you're just outside and you're kind of chilling. There's bunch of music, not just country music. In fact, actually a lot of different mix of music, which I found fascinating as well. And so here's basically Rico and I's experience at the rodeo. So maybe this will get you to want to go or never want to go to the rodeo. Based on how these two rodeo bros broed down at the hoedown.
Oh my God.
That's right. Check this out. Oh, there it is.
Okay, there's a beat cut. Karate chop a bee with my cowboy hat. That's the most American thing I've ever done. Yeah, this is Beef's first time at the rodeo. So what is your first impression of what's going on here?
Pretty good, y'all. Call me steer vegan. I think I'm changing up my whole genre, I think Morgan Wallen seems cool now. I like to save horses. I don't want to ride the cowboys, but I want to be the cowboy that the horses ride.
What about all the nice butts?
Nice butts. Honestly, I haven't seen that many nice butts. I haven't seen a couple funnel cakes. Those look pretty nice. I wanted to eat those. In fact, actually, I pointed at a funnel cake that a hot girl was about to eat. She thought I was freaking out to her, being like, oh my God, that looks so good. And she was like, thank you. And I'm like, no, I'm talking about your funnel cake. I would eat that. I would eat that so good. I'd eat that on the first date. I'd eat that before I even knew the funnel cake's name. Face to horn.
Did he say face to horn?
He said face to horn, just like all my exes. Hey-oh!
Oh!
Oh, there's a guy in there. Would you be a rodeo clown that's in a barrel?
How much is the pay?
$50.
Yeah.
We'll look for 8 seconds. That's twice as long as I last in bed.
All the vendors we're walking around right now, what is the most cowboy thing you think you already own?
Well, my bull portrait, that's what you're alluding to, aren't you?
You did mention it earlier. I kind of want you to elaborate on this bull portrait because that's pretty badass. I'm not going to lie.
It's not that badass. In fact, actually, every girl laughs at me. Not every, like there's many, but the few girls that I've taken into my bedroom have laughed at me for this. Now cut to the bull photo above my bed. Yeah. That's my bull photo. I should be more of a cowboy than I am with that photo. And actually, I should probably be more hung like a bull than I am with that photo.
But that's what it's there for, right?
Yeah, instant disappointment. Get their hopes really high and then be like, oh.
Did you try to make the bull noise after you disappoint them?
Well, I mean, I do make love like a bull, just like vigorously fast and hard until I knock myself out. Yeah, that was all about the rodeo.
Wow.
Can you believe we were talking about the rodeo during that whole clip? Now, Todd's saying, why isn't the hat forward for the rodeo? And I definitely went in with the intent of wearing the hat forward. And I did have my hat forward at first, very cowboy-like, right? But then we sat in the stands and we were on the west side of the stands with the sun at my back and I had to protect my neck. I didn't want to actually become a redneck, you know, like, yeah, I did put on sunblock. I mean, am I a redneck?
My heifer?
No, you're not.
You are not yet.
Yes,
No,
I walked that back immediately.
That was a
Are you going to shut down on me
Sad
now because I
choice.
said that? I know that was my bad.
Oh, no, I'm not going to shut down. I'm not going to talk to you.
Here, I know. Here's the all right.
I'm not going to be nice to you.
IB Vegan Brad Furman apologized to Yas Money for alluding that her shirt was heifer-like, and it was a poor choice of wording, and I regret it, and I apologize. I immensely apologize. I mean it, and I did full screen, so you know it's true. Okay?
Heard.
All right. I love you. You know that. All right. You know what? It's too because the only reason why the word heifer is in my vernacular is because my friend Kaylin's mom, growing up, he was black, and she would call every girl that we would bring around in junior high a heifer.
Oh my God.
No.
She did not like women around us. I mean, for you know, I mean, in her defense, Kaylin was kind of like a man whore at an early age. So she was just trying not to become a grandmother by 35. So heifer, right?
Wow.
Yeah, but you're not that. All right. Anyways,
Sure.
that's a hard reset there. Okay, as we get ready, we want to talk two things. We're going to talk vegan night market, of course, which is going to be bigger and better than ever. And this is what, the 8th one now?
Yeah, I believe so.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that great? This is all just like a dream of Hannah's.
I
Like, you know,
know.
she conceptualized it. It started off just a few vendors, and then it massively got huge. She was a victim of her own success right off the bat, which, you know.
I've never been, but I've heard nothing but great things.
From
And that
people.
it's like, yeah, and that it's like a success and it sells out and that you just expect more than what you think.
Well, it's free to the public,
Yeah.
but there's tons of vendors and, you know, and then all the food you want. So it's basically, this is a perfect date night to go to a vegan night market, and you don't have to be vegan, which again is something that is oddly, we have to remind people for this, right?
Yeah.
But you know, you go as a family and then be like, yeah, whatever you want. You know, because some of the hardest things when you're in a relationship or a family is trying to decide what you guys all want to eat, right? And so no, this is just okay, you feel like Chinese, you get Chinese, I'll get Mexican, you get American.
Yep.
Bingo, bango, boongo.
Gluten-free options, there's everything.
Yeah, gluten free, all that stuff, and then the joy of it is bringing non-vegans, having them eat food, and then always going I can't believe there's no meat in this. Right?
Yes, always.
Every time. So I brought vegans, or non-vegans to, the vegan night market. Like my dad famously eats the same shit over and over again. You know, he's a steak on Sunday kind of guy. And his birthday, I was like, come on down. We're going to go vegan night market. He's like, pfft. I was like, it's going to be good. He had a carne asada burrito. He's just like, I can't believe this ain't carne asada. I'm like, I know.
So then what was it?
It was something else. It was plant-based, you know. I only had one bad thing there.
Yeah.
Because I did have a bad thing. It's not your fault, Hannah.
Okay. I'm so sorry. What was it?
It was the Italian beef sandwich, but it was made with a mushroom that was in The Last of Us. Rock 102.1 KF, welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Look, I swear, it's what it seemed like. Yes, we're back here live on the air. I'm talking with Hannah, a.k.a. Death Free Foodie on Instagram. You see her, you like her posts, all that stuff, and Tucson Foodie as well. Of course, the Vegan Night Market is happening again, the 8th annual. Rito Raceway Park, massive event, all these food vendors, all different types of vendors, entertainment. That's going to be happening Saturday, March 7th. It's a free event for everybody and the entire family. And I was telling Hannah that I only had one food item that I disliked at the Vegan Night Markets out of all of them. And I've been to more than half of them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I enjoy it. I bring my daughter. My daughter's, she's vegan, but I brought my dad. I bring my friends. They're not vegan. They all love it. And normally everything hits, but I did have one Italian beef sandwich that it was made with a thin mushroom that they would try to bunch up like Italian beef. So I got the idea, the concept that they were attempting to do.
Yeah.
And this is my fault because sometimes when you go to a Vegan Night Market.
Did you think about it too much?
Well, you don't necessarily need to go there to eat something that would not necessarily ever be vegan. You know what I mean? Like right. I'm going to a Vegan Night Market and I'm like, where's your T-bone steak vegan option? Right? And like that's not how you do it. Right? But anyways, I was just like, yeah, well, I want a sandwich. Let's see what this, this Italian beef is like. And I kid you not, the mushroom, I've never seen it before. It's a thin mushroom that comes out like a paper mushroom, right? You know what kind of mushroom it is?
Yeah. I don't know what it's called, but I can picture it.
And it's yellow. It looks like the fungus in The Last of Us that turned us all into zombies.
Oh my God.
And then they bunch it up. Right. And they put on the au jus and they do everything they can to make it like an Italian beef, but it did not. And it wasn't the flavor, it was the texture.
Yeah.
It took me out of it.
Not for everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. It was probably the last sandwich that I didn't finish in my life, dude.
Wow.
Because I finish every sandwich I start.
They call it the Last of Us sandwich.
Yeah. So, but that was the only thing that I have eaten at Vegan Night Market that I didn't 100% love. Everything else has blown my mind, dude. So, like I say, you don't have to be vegan to go out to this food market. It just so happens to be everything that's provided there is going to be plant-based. And with that said, what are some of the food vendors that you have at this one that's coming up on March 7th here, Hannah?
Yummy and Polka will be there with some noodles. They have really good noodle bowls. It's incredible.
Nice.
And the Vegan Joint, they haven't been to the last couple ones. I'm so excited to have them back. They have like pink tacos and they have like pink drizzle, pink crema drizzle and stuff. Ooh. It's really good and it's really pretty. It's very photogenic for.
What's in a pink taco?
They put a lot of like soy curls and stuff. It's a lot of they have different kinds, but it's kind of the carne asada burrito you were talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very good.
Nice.
Egypt will be back there again. Sarah's Tucson, so they'll have the pasta and stuff. And
so you got your Italian covered.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Sly Dog will be there again with hot dogs. Of course, we have a bunch of tamales from Del Cielo and a place called Bobby's Kitchen. That is their first time going to be there this time around.
Okay.
That'll be good. And the Naughty Vegan will be back, so we'll have burgers, fries, all the good stuff.
Yes, you got that's great too. They have fantastic burgers, fantastic French fries. So burgers, I think at this point, vegans have mastered as far as how to make a good burger that tastes like it's an actual real burger. Of course, there's Impossible Meat options, but now they're even kind of evolving beyond that.
Yeah.
So that's really good. Of course, French fries is potatoes, and here's a not so fun fact. You're like, well, it's a French fry, dummy. It's a potato. all French fries are vegan. You're like, not so fast.
No.
The really good ones are cooked in beef tallow.
Yeah, like Five Guys.
Not the really good.
It's delicious. I'm sorry. The really, I mean, look, there's Five Guys does it, Portillo's does it, and now Shake Shack does it as well.
They do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
McDonald's aren't though?
No.
I don't know about that.
I think McDonald's are vegan fries.
What about Burger King?
All right.
Nobody eats Burger King.
I eat Burger King.
I used to love Burger King fries. I hope they're vegan. I miss their barbecue sauce actually. That sounds good.
Oh, they kill baby seals for that barbecue
Stop.
sauce. No.
Don't kill it for me.
I know.
McDonald's fries are not vegan.
Oh, dang.
Oh, really?
They're seasoned with the natural beef flavor that contains milk and wheat.
Oh.
Okay.
Whoa.
Well, they're still death free. Yeah. Wow. What else? What other venues you got going on? You got music too.
Yes, we'll have music. We'll have lots of makers to shop. We'll have the glamour shots that you used to see at the mall. Yes,
Shut up.
with the fun backgrounds. I love it.
Oh my gosh,
it brings,
on my way.
Brings me back. Yeah, so those will be there. Dogs are welcome, so bring your dogs.
Oh yeah,
lots of drinks, no alcohol, but you can pregame, and there's a lot of like really yummy drinks too.
Where is this?
This is at the Rideau Park.
Oh,
yeah, Rideau Raceway Park, and then the way that they set it up, the stretch is great. You know, for the vendors, and they have the big kind of like open square where they have like fire dancers and things like that. It's like I said. You know, it's entertaining. It's just a good place to go and walk around and eat and chill and enjoy. And like, if you're looking for a family night or you're looking for like an ideal date night, and like, I like to help out all my bros out there because a lot of times they get so cliche with it. Dinner and a movie is so cliche. You know, you want to be smooth. You want to step up on a good date where you get to know each other and vibe. Then you do things like this. And the vegan night market is like purely like strictly set up to make it like perfect, right?
6 to 10 p.m. next Saturday. Stroll around with your partner, whoever, or your family. Yeah, everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Vegan Night Market. Again, more information at TucsonFoodie.com, or you can just follow, if you're not already, Tucson Foodie or at Death Free Foodie with Hannah, always giving you the rundown. We're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. We have more, including we'll talk about Tucson Foodie's craft beer crawl. That's happening tomorrow, so this is going to be a good time. And Herb Stratford is going to be in studio giving us some reactions and reviews. So keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. Nice. All right, let's get this going here. So let's set up while we reset the table, and we're going to talk about craft. So we got a bunch of stuff here. Okay. I want to play the clip from this morning, today's F My Life. So check this out. Meeting with my consultant yesterday, and air check is when they kind of go through the show, they listen to it, and then they give you feedback on said show and say what can improve, what can get better, what sucks, you know, all that good stuff. One of the takeaways from this is that Murph, my consultant's like, you got to do a better job of reintroducing the ladies on the show, you know, because you have a rotating cast. It's hard to tell the difference, you know, because Yas sounds like Kendall, and I have Yas Money and Mari in studio. Yeah, and Yas has never been more offended in her life.
Are you telling me I sound white?
Super white, you know?
No offense.
Yeah, sure.
Listen, I did have to learn how to kind of like I had to learn how to talk all over again in college because somebody did tell me that I had an accent.
Oh, you had a Southside accent.
Well, you need to understand, like, English was my second language.
Right, but you also grew up in Tucson. Okay. It's a Tucson accent in Flagstaff. There's a difference.
Fine, really? But the thing,
yes.
So anyways, I had to change it up, and this is what it is.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Call me Kendall.
Look, dude, no, we got that Latina flair on this show and stuff. It's a representation of our crew and our community, and it's all. But you don't sound like Kendall. Kendall has a little.
Did
more...
you just call me the ethnic hire? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, jeez. You know what? I will call you out on. I know it's rodeo going on this weekend and stuff, but did you have to skin a cow to wear it?
What is it? She was my favorite.
You'll be able to see that on the podcast broadcast. Lots of eye candy today, as we're going to also have Hannah, a.k.a. Death Free Foodie, in studio. We're going to talk about the Tucson Foodie Craft Beer Crawl, which is going down this Saturday, and also the Vegan Night Market that's going to be happening the following Saturday. But let's do an FML news story for you here real quick. Because if I got an email, from this guy, it would read, Beef, I was walking down the street, then I got attacked by dogs and almost died until my phone exploded in my pocket.
Oh.
F my life. So this is a double dip of F my life. A Brazilian man was attacked by two large dogs, okay? And the only reason why he's alive is because his phone exploded while he was being attacked by these dogs. His name's Ronaldo, and he's a car mechanic. And he was on his way to work when two aggressive dogs went after him. One of them lunged for his throat before going for his legs. So they were like trained killers.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. But instead, the dog bit the phone in his pocket, and the battery exploded on impact. That's how massively hard the dog was attempting to bite him. But now he has dog wounds. Yeah, he survived. Yeah. But now he doesn't have a phone as well.
Great.
Yeah, so it's a double FML. I got attacked by dogs, and they ruined my damn phone. Yeah, my exploding phone saved my life, but it also hurt my leg, and I got to get a new phone. In Brazil, it's probably like $3,000. F my life. What do you say, Yas?
Yeah, F my life, and also F my life for us, because that's pretty sensitive if your phone gets crushed and you're around it and it just explodes.
Well, yeah. Try not to get bit, don't get nibbled on by your phone. All right, anyways. Is that F My Life, Mari?
Yes, it is.
All right, there you go. Simple as that. Just your FML news. But the emails, some of the best ones that we received this week, are coming up next right after Bad Wolves Zombies. So keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Beef Vegan presents.
Caught self-loving by your mom?
Awkward.
It is awkward. Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupid.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600-KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, it's time for another edition of your F My Life. Sue's unfortunate situations emailed to me at beefvegan@kfma.com, subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, you can give us a call right now, 600-KFMA at 600-5362. And if we agree your life is effed, we'll hook you up with a pair of tickets for AEW Collision, which is happening Saturday, March 7th at the Tucson Arena. We got Yas Money, Mari, and myself weighing in on F My Life today. Are you ladies ready?
Ready.
All right, here we go. First email sent to me by Dylan. Dylan said, Beef, I confidently told the barber, do whatever you think looks good.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was his first mistake.
Wow.
He did. I now look like I joined the military against my will.
Oh,
That's a rough one. I hate bad haircuts, even as I am losing my hair on a gradual basis. F My Life. Let's start off with Mario on this one.
Well, I don't think it's a bad haircut. I think a big baby, because you got to be direct. Like, you can't be like, hey, go with whatever you want. Him do like the easiest haircut for himself, which is easy.
That does sound pretty easy.
Yeah, that's on you, Dylan.
He's
big
like,
baby.
cool, yeah, buzz ya.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, what do you say, Yaz?
I like see it both ways. Like big baby, yeah, you should have thought of something better, but also F My Life that you can't pull that off.
Okay, yeah.
Honestly, like is your head shaped weird or something?
And the answer is probably yes, and I feel Dylan's pain, so I say F My Life because I don't think I could pull it off. All right, next F My Life sent to me by Chloe. She said, Beef, I sang happy birthday to my best friend.
Okay.
Sadly, it was while waitressing at work where they were having a celebration that I hadn't been invited to in the first place. I feel like this would ruin Yaz's life. Is that enough My Life? Yaz?
That has been me multiple times.
Oh.
F My Life.
Okay. What do you say, Mari?
Yes, that's sad.
All right, I agree, Chloe. Hopefully they left a big tip. All right, next email sent to me by Evan. He said, I was working as a security guard in an office building. It was around 5 p.m. and most of the staff had gone home, so it was pretty quiet. For whatever reason, I did a little ballet dance around my security post. When I turned around, I saw my supervisor taking a video of me, and he sent it to my boss. F My Life. What do you say, Mari?
Yes.
Okay. Yaz?
Yes.
Okay, all the way around. You're about to go viral, Evan. Good luck with that. All right, next email sent to me by Omar. Omar said, Beef, I went into my girlfriend's Instagram DMs and found a cyber sex conversation between my sister and her.
No.
Yeah, I told you they get spicy this Friday. F My Life is Mari's trying to wrap her mind around this. What's the thought process?
His sister and who?
His girlfriend. So, yeah, lesbian sexting is what it's called on a Friday. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
that is spicy.
Sexting. Oh, yeah. Yeah, send me that thread, Omar.
It's very heated rivalry.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you say, Yaz?
I guess F My Life for him.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's his sister.
It's his sister, but like, maybe like finally he's found someone. He's like helped somebody find who they are.
No, it's his girlfriend.
Yeah, but she's obviously in love with his sister.
Look, every single time that I turned a girl lesbian, I wasn't like, you're welcome.
You sended
You're
them.
welcome. I helped you. I helped you come out.
Yeah, no, it still hurts. Okay. So,
all right.
Yeah, they're living their best life now.
Beef F My Life.
I'm saying F My Life for Omar, but at the same time, you probably shouldn't have went into your girlfriend's DMs, right? I mean, that's a whole nother thing. Anyways, we'll wrap it up with Sam's F My Life. This is pretty funny, a modern problem for sure. He said, Beef, I signed up for my ex's OnlyFans. She never sent me nudes when we were dating, and now she's selling them to everyone she knows.
Oh.
F My Life. What do you say, Mari?
Ooh, I don't like this guy. So I kind of want to say Big Baby.
Okay, sorry, Sam.
You sound rude.
Maury does not like you. All right, Yas, what do you say?
Big Baby.
All right, Big Baby, all the way around from the ladies.
Was he paying? Was he gonna pay?
I mean, I'm sure he would have. I'm sure he would have.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, if I'm like my girlfriend, I'm like, if you want me to give you $5 for a nude and we're dating and I get to follow through with that, then yeah, sure. Here you go, babe. It's like I buy dinner anyway. It's the same difference. No? Okay. Okay. There you go. Keep those emails coming. BeFegan@kfma.com. We got Ask a Conspiracist coming up next. BeFegan presents. Don't go away. Rock 102.1. Who's this? Oh, you know what? Sorry, I had the wrong channel. Say that again. Rock 102.1. Who's this?
Hey, Beef. I have a confession.
Oh, okay. Yes. What's your confession on this Friday?
Well, it's a little embarrassing, but I found out that my husband is cheating on me with a girl at the gym.
Oh.
And yeah, and the good news is I eventually confronted him with it, but the bad news is I waited till his birthday party where all his friends were in attendance, his mom, and yeah, and I said, I just want to thank you, honey, for being such a great husband and for juggling so many things, relationships, family, responsibilities, and cardio with Ashley.
I was thinking cardio too. I'm like, oh, is he getting his cardio with Ashley?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, Mic drop. His mom was there, and probably not the best place to confront him, but
wow.
Happy birthday, honey.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Well, that is hell have no fury like a woman scorned. So, yeah, I guess that's the ultimate revenge and stuff. I mean, how'd the rest of the party go?
It was interesting.
Oh, wow. That's an excellent confession. Yeah. So, I mean, that's one way. So, are you divorcing your husband now, I assume?
We're talking about it.
Oh.
We're in talk.
Oh, okay. Are you trying to get Ashley involved, or I mean, that's
how about this? No, we're
okay.
Working it out, quote unquote.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. All right, we're back here live. I might get Shane from Tucson Foodie to pop on just to talk about the stream or the crap beer crawl with us. Yeah, so I'll email him that. But I'll show you this because I keep getting messages from friends like, wow, you're blowing up on Twitter and stuff. And like, sure am. It's happening, which is great. I wish they would get it directed for me or even just, throw out my name every now and then, but whatever, they could see it. And what's great about the podcast broadcast, as you guys are seeing live here, it's well branded. I mean, you see the name and the ats everywhere. It's there, right? Yeah. And that's the way it's designed that way for a reason. So I shared, this is just some of what was happening, what was shared on the Twitter last night here before I went to bed. Is this too vain? I don't know. Let's see. All right. So we'll scroll down here. All right. So that has 15,000 views. This is a Swerve Strickland. He's an AEW star. He commented on it. 84,000 views. This one, 165, but that's nothing. That's a share. This one, it keeps going. 40,000 views right here. Let's see. Boom. 185,000 views right here. Let's see. That's just the story. Look, and then little memes and stuff. Darby Allin versus the Uber driver, and then he did that. WrestleZone, love that WrestleZone did this. A bunch of comments here. No Jumper shared it. Let's see, 2026 match of the year, Darby Allin versus the Uber driver, and it's not even close. All right. Darby Allin was in the middle of a live interview when an Uber driver, Rock 102.1 KFMA, we're live on the podcast broadcast. I'm just showing you real quick, just all the viral videos that were posted on Twitter. I shared them to my pages. There's just a ton of them, right? This guy Fade wrote, Darby Allin was in the middle of a live interview when his Uber driver told him to stop talking because he didn't want to hear it and asked him to interview while still in the car. This is wild. let's see, 276,000 views on this one. 159,000 views on this one. You see what I'm saying? 467,000 views on this one. It went mega viral. Still kind of is. In fact, if you put Darby Allin in any of your searches on social media, it'll say Darby Allin and an Uber as one of the trending topics. And it was 100%, plotted and planned by Darby. And what a brilliant way to not only promote his brand, but also AEW Collision that's coming to town, and make this interview, which is just a regular interview, into something different and special. Yes. And so, like, again, we started off the podcast broadcast asking, or not asking, but, people online are asking if it's a work or a shoot. And I'm encouraging people to think like I think in this scenario. Is it a prank or a gift, right? Because in my mind, almost immediately, I felt I knew what was going on without getting a heads up, right? Mm-hmm. So for me, this is 100% of work, right?
But afterwards, though, did he talk to you about anything? Or
no, I let him go, because again, I'm like, oh, this is the way you want to end an interview? Then interview ended, but no disrespect. And I'm like, the only reason why I'm like, is this a prank or is this a gift? Right? Because he could be like, oh, it's just a radio DJ in Tucson, whatever. I could prank him. But I know his brother. I had his brother pop on the interview, right? I worked with his brother at the, Tucson Roadrunners.
You did?
Yeah, absolutely. His name's Max. He's a good kid, just like him. They have a great relationship. And Max was actually a Wilbur. He's one of the mascots.
Really?
Yeah, right now Max is living in Japan. He's engaged. He posted a video of him proposing to his girlfriend, setting himself on fire.
Yeah, well, Darby set him on fire.
Yeah, Darby set him on fire. He did a backflip. Right, yeah. So that's my buddy Max.
Wow.
So the night before I reached or interviewed Darby, I reached out to Max directly. I said, hey, I'm talking to your brother tomorrow. Is there anything I could ask him that will be like, how do you know that? Or, what I mean? It's like doing prep. I'm nardwaring it, basically, is what they call it, right?
I love nardwar.
And so he's like, I could pop on. I'm like, yeah, let's get you to pop on, dude. Surprise him. You could ask him a question. So I did have Max jump on the stream. Darby looked massively annoyed by this. And I instantly regretted it, right? I was like, ugh. So I had Max on just for a little bit. And then I'm like, all right, Max, thanks for joining us. We'll put you backstage again. Boom. And then we did that. Now, after the interview, Max DM'd me and he's like, how'd you like that Uber driver, right? And so I feel like, either it could have went two ways. Either he was just like, yeah, let's prank him, right? I know this guy, he's a buddy, prank him. Or I know this guy, he's a buddy, hook him up with something, right? So is it a prank or is it a gift is my only question in this scenario. But either way, forever grateful of that little internet moment, and we post it in its entirety, and it's so well played out that, even though a lot out there are pointing out that, hey, this is a work, even there are some out there that are saying, I know this is a work, but it's so expertly crafted and entertaining that I don't care. And that is the art of professional wrestling in itself.
Yes.
A wrestling fan goes into wrestling, watching wrestling, knowing that it's not a real fight. Mm-hmm. And then they suspend their disbelief when the wrestlers or performers are that good, and you get caught up into it. And when that happens, it's magic, right? And so that's my feeling and recap of the Darby Allin viral video. And again, when you come across it, which I know you will, like, share, repeat. But then if you see the comments, don't forget to show a little love to your boy. Tag a Beef Vegan and be like, hey, that's my guy from Tucson that I listen to, Beef Vegan. You guys should check out Beef Vegan. Stuff like that. Stuff like that. All right, we're going to play some music here. Brand new music for Poppy, Amy Lee, and Courtney LaPlante. I say new, but, it was out recently released in the last year. Here's End of You. We'll be back right after that on Rock 102.1 KFMA. And I sent Shane an email, and I should be getting Shane here in a second.
Okay. I'm ready to talk about it if you can't. So.
Oh, good. No, I say we tag team it. Did he?
Yeah.
So that was just, I felt like it would be a good way to kind of get you both on.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Sent invite there.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, thank you. Thank you for coming on. Well, we're going to have Hannah on next week as well on Thursday. Mm-hmm. And it's another week of beautiful women in studio, because we're going to have the AEW champion Tekla in studio on Friday.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, dude. Let me pull her up, dude. I'll show you what she looks like. They call her the Spider. And the reality is, I need to learn more about Tekla for sure before she comes in, but we'll make sure that she has a pleasurable experience and it's a fun time. And hopefully I'm saying her name right, but there's a good chance I'm not. You said, no.
Get that down. Make sure you
No.
get it.
Yeah. I mean, rule number one when you're interviewing people, know who the hell you're talking about. All right, this is Tekla. Ready?
Yeah, I'm so ready. Oh, she's really cute.
Yeah. In studio next Friday.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, and of course she'll be performing and appearing AEW Collision at the Tucson Arena same day as the Vegan Night Market. You could do both. You could eat vegan food, make your way to professional wrestling at the Tucson Arena.
There we go.
Yeah, she's a star, and what's great, so we'll talk about her story and so much more on that. In fact, actually, that picture was so hot that I got a surprise guest that just popped in as soon as I did a hot picture of Tekla. This guy shows up, it's Shane from Tucson Foodie. What's going on, brother?
Good morning.
Hey,
Hannah.
Hi.
Yeah, I text Shane, and I was like, you up? And he goes, oh my God, am I supposed to be on the radio this morning? Where am I? What's going on? I'm like, no. But, while we have you, and we have Hannah, I figured we're going to get on the air here in about a minute. And it's a prime opportunity for us just to talk up the craft beer crawl here. That's happening tomorrow. I have the map ready to pull up as well. Because, obviously things have changed as far as, the route, first off, the crawl, a couple different vendors, the home base. And that's because, was it Barrio Brewing that went out of business?
Borderlands.
I always mix those two up. And it's a shame. Is there any word on the property of Borderlands kind of like being anything anytime soon?
No word. It's sitting
Not
there.
at all.
It's sitting there being shopped by the owner.
I don't like that.
Let's take it over.
Yeah, dude. How much you got on it? I got 100 on it.
I have to finance 100%.
Well, I got some, friends.
We could do a road takeover, like squatters' rights. We could just go occupy it.
Let's get in there.
I've already did that with my
do?
condo, so I can't do that in two places at once.
Oh my God.
She said, oh my God. Let's get on the air here. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Joining us on the podcast broadcast, very special guest, along with Hannah from Tucson Foodie. We got Shane from Tucson Foodie. Tomorrow's a huge event, an annual craft beer crawl presented by Tucson Foodie happening downtown. And so, I could talk about it, or I could just go to the people involved who are going to be working so hard to make sure you have the best time tomorrow afternoon, early morning. So, Shane, what's going on? What say you? What do we got different this year for the Tucson Craft Beer Crawl?
Well, it's still just going to be a regular good time walking around from venue to venue, drinking beer and supporting the local craft beer scene, which is why we do this. Because as you know, alcohol sales are down a little bit. But the men and women that create local craft beer here in Tucson are awesome, and they need your support. But we added a bunch of new venues this year. We've got 13 different spots, all downtown. Our main stop is going to be at Corbett's, where we've got 4 or 5 breweries participating. But we've added Brandy Lion at the Presidio San Agustin Museum. And then we've got Tap and Bottle, which we are bringing back. We had them a few years ago, but didn't have them last year, so we're excited to bring them back on. Dean's Public House is a new one. And then we got all the favorites like, Pueblo Vida is joining for the first time. They've always poured their beer, but never had their awesome location as one of the spots on the venue. So excited to have them as well.
Yeah, it's crazy that they've participated, but they didn't at the same time. They're like, well, you don't want people there? It's along the route, dude.
Yeah.
So, this year, after they saw so many people were walking around, then, they're just like, okay, I guess we could have people at our place too.
Downtown lights up. It's a good time. And we've got, I think, 25 brewers participating. So it should be good.
Nice. Yeah, so if you're a beer lover, all the types of beers are going to be happening as this craft beer crawl with all these great locations downtown. A lot of them also air conditioned as well, and lots of shade. Corbett's being the new home base makes sense. It's a great home base. I would end at Corbett's anyways on the craft beer crawls, because that's where you see all these multiple vendors, take over the entire space, and you just love it. It's a playground, So I'm really happy about that idea.
And Beef, we've ordered twice as much beer as last year because a lot of spots ran out last year, so we're not going to let that happen again.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, it's going to be a warm day, so dress accordingly. But again, to cool yourself down, you drink some nice cold beer. In between, drink some water as well. You drink responsibly. I always encourage that. But this is a great way to start early on your summer tan. In fact, actually, what you're going to see me like right now, I'm more pale than I'm going to be tomorrow. I'm magically going to get a little darker there, Hannah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Just in some areas, just my arms and legs.
Spray?
No, it's more of like a lotion, but still, it works.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, should I hit up our girl for the spray?
You should do it.
No, I'm not going to. That's a waste, though, because I'd have to be like topless. I'm not ready to go topless yet. Okay. I just got that treadmill last week. Anyways, there are a few tickets available for the Tucson Craft Beer.
Not too many, man. We've only got 200 left. We're like 85% sold out. So you might not be able to buy a ticket at the door. I want to get it now.
So you want to get ahead at TucsonFoodie.com. How much are tickets?
They're 55.
55, yeah. And then, of course, with that, all the great beer drinking along the craft beer crawl, all the way through taste, samples, $55 to get you more than a strong buzz. Wow. So you get yourself like one of these cups, and then how many pours? You just go around and just from everyone and say, give me more?
Yeah, that's how it works. We don't actually limit it. It's just free samples from all the breweries. So, they'll probably stop pouring if you're inebriated too much or something. But, yeah.
So bring your pretzels, bring your little pretzel necklaces, and have a good time.
That's true. You got pretzel necklaces, right? That's a pro tip. That's a pro tip. Yes, and there are places that provide pretzels as well, and of course, a lot of those places serve food as well. So you get hungry. Corbett's has a great menu. They have pretzels on the menu. I mean, over half these places do. So yeah, that's the way to do it. Brilliant. But to wear your food is also super fun. I haven't got to do that yet, right? So yeah, you're gonna see me. I'm gonna look like Mr. T, but it's not just gonna be a pretzel necklace. I'll have like a chicken wing necklace, a pizza necklace.
Yeah,
all of it, dude. Is like you'll see me. I'm like ready to partake. So yeah, Tucson Craft Beer Crawl happening tomorrow from 1 to 6 p.m. Limited tickets available. Get them now. TucsonFoodie.com. Shane, I appreciate you hopping on the podcast. Yes, sir. All right, we're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Be back with film critic Herb Stratford right after this. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA.
I want pretzels.
I did too.
I know.
You have the QT pretzels? Oh, but those aren't vegan though. Huh?
Probably not.
Why not? Butter?
Butter, they might. Yeah, they might.
Yeah, they put like a butter thing on
it. It's probably fake butter.
I mean, you're probably right.
I'm going to look it up because those pretzels are divine.
You look it up. All right, so earlier this morning, while we get ready for Herb Stratford, Mari came across some news. That news concerned her, so she immediately turned to me to ask a conspiracist. In case you missed it went a little something like this. Check it out. Vegan Presents reminding you last pair of tickets for Stained this week is coming up at 8 o'clock this morning, so keep it right here. But first, there's a lot of news in the lamestream media. They're going to force feed you all different types of information. It's your job to read between the lines and figure out where the truth lies. And if you can't do that, well, don't worry. You got a friend in me. It's time for another edition of Ask a Conspiracist. So with that said, Mari, what news came across your desk this week?
Well, Netflix says it will not increase its offer for Warner Bros. Discovery, effectively stepping aside and leaving Paramount Skydance as the apparent winner in the $77 billion bidding war. Paramount's offer covers the full company, while Netflix only wanted HBO and the film studio.
Yeah, and this is bad news for us all the way around. For Skydance to buy this, and it's like super placated into like the administration, be like, whatever you want, we'll kiss the ring. Bad news for John Oliver. What?
Don't they have the South Park?
Well, yeah, they have South Park. Yeah, for the time being, right? So anyways, look, Netflix didn't lose. It avoided something. They only wanted HBO in the film studio. Why? It's because that's where the IP vault lives, the franchises, the stories that shape culture. They saw the full books, and then they stepped back because it wasn't about money. It was about liabilities. See, here's the thing. Streaming isn't about content control. Whoever owns the back catalog owns the nostalgia. Whoever owns the nostalgia owns elections, fashions, Halloween costumes. Paramount didn't win a company. It won narrative legend. This is a big deal because this isn't a merger. It's a custody battle for your childhood. And unfortunately, Skydance Paramount won that battle. You're with your alcoholic father now. Good luck, kids. right, I'll give you another story here. That's the real breakdown of the failed merger between Netflix and HBO. What else?
Burger King is testing an AI chatbot named Patty that lives in employees' headsets, listening for keywords and helping coach workers and drive-through interactions. The company says it's not about scoring employees, just helping them be more hospitable.
Yeah, that's what they're going to tell you. Now, look, Patty isn't coaching workers. No, Patty is training humans to talk like robots.
Now,
oh, yes.
No.
Just wait. As you continue to go to Burger King, you'll see the evolution right before your eyes or your ears. It listens for tone. It flags like friendliness, and it reminds you what to say. First, it helps you be more polite. Then it standardizes how you speak. Then every drive-through sounds identical across the country. Legitimately, they're like literally scripting you in real time. This is going to be very scary. It isn't about burgers. It's about smoothing out human unpredictability. Oh, I'm sorry, you're an individual? Not on Burger King's watch, bitch. You're employee number 9942994.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. So they didn't add AI to the headset. They added a manager that never blinks and is in your head.
That sucks.
Terrifying. I worked at Burger King. It was one of the worst jobs I ever had.
Why?
Oh, he's got his reasons. He goes hard on that.
I love Burger King.
Good for you. Bro Bible just ranked the top 10 fast food burgers in America, and Burger King was 10th. They were bottom of the list. But
fine, at least they made it.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Burger King CEO is responding to that and actually offered out his real cell phone number, quote unquote, real cell phone number, saying if you got a problem with Burger King, you could call me directly and I'll address it. And then so I called the number and I was like, guess what? Stop freezing your patties. Stop putting those burgers in the buns or in the steamers. And most importantly, above all else, Burger King, stop microwaving your food. As soon as you stop microwaving your food will get better. It's as simple as that. Don't take out the nutrition and then feed me a soggy slop mess and say it's a Whopper. That's a Whopper of calories with no nutrition. Stop microwaving your food. That's not even about this conspiracy. Let's move on to the next one.
Okay, this one's crazy because I was just looking back on photos and like literally like I think 2 or 3 years ago, it was snowing on March 1st.
I know.
Like snowing outside. So this one, parts of the Midwest and Northeast are bracing for another winter storm, right?
Yep.
They get the snow.
Yeah.
Well, Phoenix could break its all-time February heat record with highs near 94. It was so hot recently.
I know. And before we start pointing up north and laughing at Phoenix, just know it's going to be almost as hot here.
It is.
But here's the thing. This isn't about weather. It's branding. You don't get blizzards in one half of the country and near summer heat in the other without someone adjusting the thermostat metaphorically and maybe even emotionally. Oh, yes. Phoenix hitting record highs in February. That's not just climate. That's marketing. They say, come west. It's warm here. Meanwhile, the East gets icy roads and cancel flights. So weather doesn't split like that unless it's trying to make a point. It's the government controlling the weather, trying to migrate people out west. There's more room out here. Right? Plus, all the elites, they want to live back east. So they need the availability. They need those houses to be available. So they keep saying, hey, look at that. You can get a tan. You can have a summer body all year long. Go west. And then meanwhile, they leave their their brownstones or whatever, all that lucrative property that's been generational on the East Coast, and they get to jack them up. So they're just messing with us and trying to migrate people. So it's not climate change. It's climate contrast. They have that ability. So just here, in recap, when media consolidates, burgers get coached, and weather picks sides, maybe everything's being optimized. Think about that. So don't ever just believe everything that you read. You got to learn between the lines, learn to read between the lines. And if you can't do that, ask conspiracists. All right, we are back here. Let me get this title out of the way. We got film critic Herb Stratford back in studio. And of course, still got the full panel. Look at this expert panel here. We got Mari in the top right corner, the left corner, me in the top right corner, Herb down below her, and then Hannah. We got, girl, guy, or guy, girl. See how I do that?
Wow.
I know.
Pretty
smart.
smart.
Thank you. All right, so we're going to obviously talk about movies and movie reactions and reviews. Herb Stratford, of course, is a film critic extraordinaire, the official film critic for Roadhouse. And, he's got tons of great movies that are coming out, or at least sequels, sequels and big names. There's one movie in particular that I'm very excited to see, and I'll talk about that here in a little bit. But before we get into your official reviews, let's start off with a reaction. They just released a trailer for the new Faces of Death movie. All right. Now, this might not be up your alley here, considering you're death-free, Hannah. But at the same time, you do like horror films, do you not?
I do.
Yeah.
It's just my diet, my life. Yeah.
Exactly. Right. Now, the Faces of Death is not the Faces of Death that we grew to know, because the Faces of Death that we watched were people actually dying. But then it turned out a lot of it was staged and faked. But it was basically shockcore VHS. Stuff that you would rent on a Friday night as a kid. Like, oh my God, look at that. Yeah. So many ways to die. Ew.
Yeah.
Well, they made this a fictional movie, right? That's the whole premise. And so how is it going to look? Well, let's find out and see if we could tell just in the trailer. They released a rated R trailer. And I haven't seen this yet. Herb hasn't seen this yet. So we're all watching this for the very first time. It's about a minute long. Let's check it out. First off, those are all the logos you like, right? When you see Shudder, and
I'm obsessed with Shudder. That's all I watch.
Right, and then you see Shudder, and then Legendary, right? This is all stuff that immediately this is foreplay. Yeah. If your boyfriend picks this out, you're like, you picked a good one, baby. Yeah. All right, let's get into it. Every generation. Yeah. Right in the past.
Now it is time to witness the many faces.
That's the girl from Euphoria.
Yes.
Faces of death.
Come on. I dare you.
What do you know about this film, Stratford?
I know nothing.
So here's what I gather watching this. This is crazy. So the premise, this is actually a very smart premise, right? A fan of Faces of Death, or fans of Faces of Death, are there then saying, I'm going to relaunch the franchise, but I'm going to make real Faces of Death, then turn into serial killers, killing people on film for Faces of Death.
Very meta.
Yeah. We love meta. We love meta and nostalgia, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So winning combination. No, that could have some legs for sure.
Yeah, Faces of Death.
The guy from Stranger Things.
Oh, which guy?
I forget his name. He was like a bad guy, right?
Okay.
And then he was in Power Rangers too.
It stars Barbie
Ferreira,
right? So that's the girl from Euphoria. Dacre Montgomery, Josie Tota. I guess Dacre is probably the guy you're referring to. Yeah. Aaron Holiday, Jermaine Fowler, and then Charlie XCX. So, the movie follows a woman played by Ferreira who works as a content moderator for a big video platform. Things go south as she discovers what appears to be reenactments of murders from the original Faces of Death from 1978. Now she's got to figure out if any of those videos are real or not. Faces of Death will hit theaters on April 10th. So we'll have a review from this guy.
We will. And it's interesting though that they dropped it. We're almost March and they didn't drop the trailer till now. So that's interesting to me.
That's a tell for a stinker.
I don't know.
You
never know. Those are big names though. Legendary is a big name. IFC is a big name. And Shudder's been doing a really good job of putting stuff on the platform. So I'm in.
Okay. All right. That's good. Well, let's, the next movie that we're going to talk about here in about 20 seconds, and we're going to watch the trailer on mute, is a sequel to Scream. So horror-ish. But would you consider Scream a horror film, Hannah?
Scream? No. It's kind of a comedy.
Right.
It's just.
Yeah. And they're still trying to, Ghostface, they're still trying to get jump scares, but it is comedy. Yeah, and Scream 7. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beefing and Presents. We're joined by film critic Herb Stratford. Good morning, Herb.
Good morning.
As we just reacted to the trailer of the new Faces of Death movie coming out in April, it's time to talk about movies that are being released this weekend. And there's a big one that, for whatever reason, Hollywood will just not give up on IPs. We have a 7th version of Scream.
Yes.
Scream 7. I mean,
Wait, what do you think is like the longest running movie? Like, is it Scream?
That's something you must Google. Like, as far as sequels,
longest horror franchise,
no, just any movie that gives us a number.
I think James Bond has been around longer than any other.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. James Bond, but at least James Bond at some point was like, we're going to give up on the numbers and just come up with different titles every time. To get to the numbers at this point, is this a UFC card? You know what I mean? Like Scream 56. Guess what?
Can you imagine?
Worst killer ever. Everyone's still coming back again and again. It's like I thought Neve Campbell died 7 times already.
No, she always survives. Her and Courtney Cox always survive.
Good for them.
And certainly, Dewey is gone, and everybody else.
Well, that's because they divorced, Courtney Cox and David Arquette. So that was part of the deal. Like, how about you kill this guy off?
She gets Scream. He gets whatever he's doing now, trying to be a professional wrestler. Anyway. There's a doc about him wrestling, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Anyway, this is Scream 7. I will tell you, I've been sort of, I'll watch Scream. I'm not like, oh my God, the new Scream's coming out, but this is Kevin Williamson, again, the director who's done the last couple ones. This is getting a lot more press for what's not happening, and that's when the star of Scream 6, Melissa something or other, she was not invited back or was fired. Everybody's mad about it. So now they're flooding Twitter with spoilers, showing the unmasking, trying to ruin it. They're review bombing it. It's down to 37% this morning. But I'll tell you, I saw it yesterday morning and I liked it. I mean, it is what it is. It's the 7th movie. It's sort of like comfort food, right? Like, the characters, the premise. It's like, okay, I'm going to try and guess who the killer is. You're probably going to be wrong. There's some creative deaths, and it's funny when you do have the unmasking, you're like, I'm not so sure that person could have actually done the things Ghostface did. But anyway.
Oh, that's a spoiler.
Yeah,
Look at you, dude.
A little bit. But no, it's sort of fun. And I actually like, they bring in some AI into this, which I think is very smart, where they're basically, is what's his name? The first killer. I'm blanking on his name right now. Shaggy from the.
Oh yeah, Matthew Lillard. Yes.
Is he really alive? Is he dead? You know what I mean? Because they're using AI to have him taunt Sidney, and Sidney is now married to Joe McHale, and she has a new family. And
good for Joe McHale,
right?
Look at that.
And then their daughter is played by Isabel May, who was in 1883, if you remember that series.
Yeah.
And then blanking on her name right now.
He's having a senior moment.
From Landman, whatever her name is.
So they basically cherry picked all of Taylor Sheridan's projects.
And all the very attractive young blonde girls.
Yeah,
Michelle Randolph, that's who I'm thinking of. Billy Bob's daughter in Landman.
She's a smoke show.
And she's,
Well, to be fair, when Screen started, they were like, who's the bombshells of this era?
Yeah.
Started with like what Jenny McCartney, right? Or
Drew Barrymore was
Rose McGowan?
Yeah,
Rose McGowan. Yeah.
Yep,
So like all like the smoke shows, who's the hottest girls right there, we're putting it in Screen. And so you got to keep that going.
Yeah.
The girl that you were talking about in the last Scream, you're talking about the one who plays Wednesday? Is that the actress?
No, it's the other girl. So it was not Jenna Ortega. It was the older sister of Jenna Ortega. Yeah. So people are very mad about her not being back. So anyway,
cry me a river, dude.
If you're a fan, it's fun. It's nice. It's fun to guess. It's like, is everybody looking older? Sure. They've been at this since 96.
Right. At this point, it's like Scream 14. They die of natural causes. Heart attacks. You get a phone call like, no, all right, whatever. How many Scream movies have you seen, Hannah?
I've seen a couple of them, but I haven't really been not that into it.
The good thing about Scream is that you don't necessarily need to watch all 6 to know what's going on in 7, right?
No, you do not.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
They're self-contained. I mean, it's nice when you do know, but you get the picture.
Yeah. Just the poet on our stream said, by the way, there's about 70 Saw movies. So, is there more Saws than there is Screams? That's the question of the day. All right, let's pivot to a movie that actually I've been massively waiting for, right? I'm super excited about this. It's a different type of movie, right? Now, ever since the Elvis movie came out with Austin Butler, I was like, okay, that's kind of cool, get a backstory. But there was also a 2-part documentary on HBO about Elvis Presley that made me really appreciate Elvis Presley more so than I've ever had before, right? Like, and so I'm like, oh yeah, he was punk rock before punk rock was punk rock, right? And then from there, I kind of became a fan of the aura and some of his music and his performances. Like, actually, Elvis was the king. So I wear Elvis shirt from time to time, so I'm all about it. Now, the same director of the movie Elvis has put together a live concert movie of Elvis like never seen before, right?
Yeah, so this is Baz Luhrmann, who also directed Moulin Rouge, and he's sort of a flamboyant, sort of big musical kind of director. I actually have an interview on my Arts and Culture Guy YouTube with Baz I recorded yesterday.
Yeah.
And so basically what Baz did was when he was doing research on the Austin Butler movie, he went to the Warner Brothers archive, which is in like a salt mine, right? And they found 2 reels or reels and reels, 65 hours worth of Elvis footage that had never been seen before. It had been shot when Elvis was doing his famous early 70s residency at the International Hotel in Las Vegas.
Right.
So he took all that footage, he gave it to Peter Jackson, and Peter Jackson's guys cleaned it up, right? Shot on Technicolor, everything else. Wow. And basically then gave it back to Baz. And so this has been going on for a while, but he basically created this movie, which is there's a little bit of Elvis history, but we all know the history. It's mainly about, he got done with the really bad movies and he went to relaunch himself in Vegas. And so it's not only performance footage, but it's him rehearsing. It's sort of candid stuff. I mean, I was not, this of course dates me, but when Elvis died, I was like 12 years old. I was not into Elvis at all, right? And so I never really got Elvis. After watching this movie, I get Elvis.
Oh, exactly.
I get it.
That's what I'm saying. And when I watched the documentary, when I watched the 76 or the 69 comeback special,
yeah,
I got Elvis. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, this guy was a musician. This guy was a rock star. This guy was a rebel. This was the guy who came from nothing and then started a genre and pushed back on authority in ways that we celebrate today. And it's been the same kind of vein of the attitude and fighting against the hypocrisy from the very beginning with Elvis. Of course, eventually at the end, he ended up being like the machine, right? But yeah. It'd be fascinating to see the rehearsals, how he would communicate with other musicians, work out the melodies, work out the show. And the showmanship of that, is second to none. And the reason why so many people for decades still mourn this man. Yeah. And also refuse to believe that he died.
Well, and it's funny too when they show the footage. There's a moment in the doc when the lights turn on in the ballroom at the International Hotel, and you can see, and he's like, "Oh, I can see y'all now," and you can see that there's like maybe 800 people in the room, and you think, "Oh my God." Like these people were seeing Elvis. He was doing 2 shows a day for months at this hotel for like 800 people. And, just guy dripping sweat. You know what I mean? Like the guy was profusely sweaty.
It's also a tragic story, too, because the Colonel and the way they took advantage of him. I'll tell you what, if Elvis was alive right now, he'd be coming after you, Hannah. You're Elvis's type. You're like a young Priscilla Presley.
Oh,
dude.
my God.
Yeah, you look like Priscilla, dude. Here, I'm going to do a side-by-side of Priscilla Presley and Hannah here in a clip. Boom. You see it? Yeah, you see it. That's right. I know they see it, dude. I can pull up a picture of Priscilla Presley before all the plastic surgery and stuff. And
back when she was 16 and living at Graceland?
Whoa. Yes. I'm saying, okay. In hindsight, Elvis would have been canceled 10 times over for sure. It was a different time now, but you take away the man and you focus on the music and the performance and you're like, actually, yeah, there was something there. So the magic of Elvis comes to life in theaters everywhere starting this weekend.
96% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
I'm telling you, a whole new generation of fans are going to happen if they open their mind to check this out. And you're like, damn, actually slaps. So remixes, things like that. That's going to happen from Elvis as well. So we're going to continue the conversation on the podcast broadcast. We got more coming up after these words. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. How long would you say is your interview with Baz?
That's like 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's perfect. Let's look at this, dude.
He's such a trip. He is just a trip.
Yeah, I mean, what an interesting or fascinating guest to have too. And you know what you need to do with this
is clip it.
Fucking clip it. God damn, man. You got 5 views, man. Clip it.
Dude, I just put it up like yesterday. I got it.
I put up a video yesterday. You know how many views I got?
Oh my.
Totality, 2 million. So it's a little bit less or a little bit more than your 5. But clip. And
I know.
And you're talking to a legend who is emulating Elvis in his interviews. This guy couldn't have been more rock star. Look at this screenshot,
man.
dude. This is too funny. Look at this. Look at Boz.
I didn't look like that.
No, I know. Boz is like, I direct movies and still fuck.
Oh my God.
That's what I do.
Yeah, he is such a trip. Yeah, play it. You'll hear his attitude.
Yeah, let's check it out, dude, to see how rock and roll Boz is.
All right, Herb Stratford, KMSB, KOLD, Tucson, Arizona. Good morning, Boz.
Hey, how are you, man?
I'm great. Thank you for joining me. So I have to start by just asking, tell me the story of this footage and how you came to have access to it.
Oh, the simple story is I go looking for a reel while I'm making Elvis the movie, and we go down to these literal salt mines where they store negative for MGM. They kick open the door, and it's a bit like Harrison Ford in, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Bang, 65 reels of 35, 16, and 8mm footage. Peter Jackson and his magicians helped me bring it back to a quality that people cannot quite believe.
Yeah, I have to say, it struck me, the colors and the resolution and everything. How long was that process that Peter's team, how long did they work on the film for?
That wasn't so long, but what really took a long time is we didn't have all the sound. So when we found this one tape where Elvis just tells his story, we go, what if we get out of the way and Elvis just tells you his life story like never before? And then we weaved in, we had to fix some orchestrations and stuff, but it took 2 years just to actually work out what bit went with what bit, so it took a long time. But then once we got cutting, John O. Redman, who was my creative partner in this, it was the most enjoyable thing I've ever done because I didn't have to shoot it. I didn't have to write it. And I was always sure that the lead actor that I cast was going to deliver. I had no question about that.
So tell me about the estate, the family. How did they get the chance to have an early look at this? Did they sort of were they blown away? I'd imagine they would be.
I've got a great relationship with them ever since the film. And I know that Priscilla's seeing it this week. I can't speak for them really. It's just that, when we went through the movie, of course, all that joy, Austin winning the Globe, but of course this unexpected sadness of losing Lisa Marie, and so this film is extra, I'm sure, sensitive for them. Yeah.
Well, and I think what's so fascinating to me is, I was away at summer camp when Elvis passed, and so I missed some of that, sort of vibe that happened because I was too young. But I was riveted by these performances, and all of a sudden, I finally sort of understood what Elvis was as a performer. Yeah. And I think that's such a gift that you're giving audiences because there's people that have never seen the prime. And what was that like to sort of rediscover that?
Well, I'm making a challenge because I've seen enough of it now. I've seen it all over the world so far. And this weekend in 1,900 screens across America, get to the biggest screen you can. But I challenge you. Take 2 people friends who do not care one bit about Elvis and get their reaction video, put it on my socials. I want to see what they're like when they come out, because I think this is the closest you'll ever get to understanding. He's a unique energy. I know other music icons who have said to me, look, why rehearse? Elvis didn't rehearse. They never knew what he was going to do. He just gets on that stage and he makes every single person feel like they're the only person in the room,
And I think that's one of the things that's so brilliant about your film is that mixing of the behind the scenes and the performance, because you're right. I think people, they just sort of assume that he had this, whatever he had, and it just flowed out of him. But he was such a perfectionist. And that was something that I think really came through. Yes. Was there anything in the sort of the behind the scenes, the rehearsal footage and some of that stuff? Was there anything in there that just sort of was your favorite or blew you away to see?
Oh, I just think the way he would, just how musical he was, how funny he is. He's always cracking jokes and playing with everyone. But the way that he would sing all the musical lines, I mean, it wasn't handed to him. He would take a folk song like Bridge Over Troubled Water and turn it into a gospel powerhouse, you know, just what he did with music. I mean, and he did it. He did it, you know, and he has the same energy in rehearsal as he does on stage. You know what I mean? He never stops.
Yeah, I think that's sort of the magic. But I think what you just touched on too, and I guess I need to wrap up, but I think what you touched on is the humor. And I mean, that one scene where he sort of pops up from underneath the curtain and, you know, it's not all serious. He's having a good time.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I've seen performers have that good of a time. They take themselves so seriously.
Yes,
so
yes. Yeah, exactly, Herb. You've got exactly right. He's always doing the opposite of taking himself seriously. He looks so godlike and he sounds so powerful and amazing. He sends himself up, I think, just to make the audience and everyone go, hey, by the way, I am just a person, you know, but relax, you know, I'm just a person, you know, and I think it's beautiful. And right now we can do with people like that, you know, and what he does, it's generational, you know. I've seen, like, you know, grandparents take children, take grandchildren, they all go along, and half of them don't even care about Elvis. They come out united and up. This weekend, if you want to warm up from the weather, go get hot with Elvis, because I tell you what, he warms your heart and he warms your spirit. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations. It's an amazing film. I can't wait to see it again, and great to talk to you.
Thank you, my man.
All right. Thanks, boss.
Excellent interview. Even better comments in the show there. Love that. That was great. Don't forget to follow Herb on social media at Arts and Culture Guy. Yeah, I think I have an image here. Let's see if I can pull this up. Yeah, okay. All right, let's see. Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. I got an image here of let's see. Whoops, let me do this. Of Priscilla Presley, and I got Hannah. So Priscilla Presley was the original goth mama. And so
Oh my God.
I mean, she looks, her spray tan is popping here, but there's definitely complexions there. You don't see any resemblance whatsoever, Hannah?
I don't think so. I don't know.
No, I see some resemblance there, you know? Yeah, I mean, that's, it's right there. But I mean, there's other images, but I didn't have time to download them all. I didn't want to go through my hidden folder, you know? Of all,
Oh my gosh.
my Priscilla Presley pics. But yeah, she was a smoke show. Even though in that picture, she was probably underage, and I shouldn't say that. All right, let's talk about something that's coming to Apple TV, Herb. So let's talk about Monarch, a Legacy of Monsters.
So this is, you know, for the folks that remember the newest iteration of Godzilla and Kong. You know, Monarch is this mysterious multinational company that sort of keeps track of the monsters. This is the second season of the series that's a spin-off of the last Godzilla Kong movie, where Kurt Russell plays a contemporary version of a guy that was sort of around when Monarch was formed, and his son Wyatt Russell plays the young version of him back in the post-World War II era when Monarch was formed, basically after nuclear bombs created Godzilla and everything else.
Well, isn't that Nepo fantastic?
It is. No, I actually sort of like that because it works. You know what I mean? They look like each other. There's no suspension of disbelief. So anyway, this at the end of last season, they had opened up a portal between the world where the kaiju are and our world. And now we're in the second season, stuff's starting to come through. We're having issues. Now we've got to get Godzilla and Kong to team up to help us puny humans. So, you know, if you're into sci-fi, if you're into Kong and Godzilla, this is fun. For me, I want more monsters and less sort of family drama, but that's okay. I'll take it. So,
you think it's a budget issue that they did that for, or CGI, or, you know, they just want to keep it more character driven?
I think it's more character driven because, you know, the thing is Apple TV's got plenty of money.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? And they do own this space of smart sci-fi between For All Mankind and, Pluribus and all this other stuff. So anyway, this is sort of fun if you're into it. It's at 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. So yeah, this is going to continue, I think, for a little while because everybody loves a good giant monster thing.
Well, who doesn't like the Russells, first off? Yeah. Kurt Russell's amazing. And then King Kong, Godzilla, you know, and seeing this in a series, and they look great. This looks movie quality King Kong, movie quality Godzilla. So you're not getting TV quality versions of these monsters.
Well, and somebody asked me earlier, they said, so are we getting sort of traditional Kong monsters like Mothra and Ghidra and some of those things from the classic Godzilla series?
Good question.
And the answer is no. because
Bad
Toho, Toho, the company that created Godzilla, Japanese company, they are very tight on their licensing. So, they're very careful. And of course, they want to protect their brand. They were involved with, Godzilla Zero or whatever, the -1 that's coming out next, the one that was really cool, the origin story.
Yeah.
We had a year or two ago. So, so these are new kaiju. So
that's interesting that they could still license Godzilla and King Kong, but not everything else that's associated with that IP.
Yeah. Well, they're no dummies. They're like, this stuff has value. So
Excellent. All right. So if you're looking to not go out this weekend and you have Apple TV, that's something to check out for sure. Excellent job, film critic Herb Stratford. We're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Got to play these words real quick. We'll be back with the beef tip to wrap things up right after this. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear.
So I want to mention there's a pirate movie that's on Prime also. It's called The Bluff. It didn't make my list when I sent it to you earlier, but I watched it. It's Carl Urban plays a pirate guy, and he ends up hunting Priyanka Jonas, Nick Jonas's wife. I can't think I'm blanking on her last name right now. Before she married Nick Jonas.
I know who she is. Yeah.
Anyway,
the biggest Indian actress in the world. Yeah,
and
or actress from India in the world.
So she basically used to be Carl Urban's partner in crime. She was Bloody Mary, but she started a new life on this island, and he comes after her. And so the whole thing, it's a very well done pirate movie. I think we sort of got burned out on Johnny Depp, right? Yes. We got burned out on the Pirates of the Caribbean. It's nice to see a smaller story. It doesn't have, crazy people with octopus faces and everything else, which I loved. But at the end, it was just like the ships swirling the drain. I mean, it was just like, it was bad. Anyway, this is sort of a fun movie if you want to watch something that's a throwaway. I always love Carl Urban. He's great. So that is out. It's called The Bluff. And then there's a really good movie, too, that I liked at Sundance, but it's just getting savaged by other critics, called In the Blink of an Eye. And that's on Hulu. It's 3 interwoven sort of science fiction stories. It's by Andrew Stanton, who directed WALL-E and Finding Nemo. He also directed John Carter, so he does not do as well on live action. But anyway, it's sort of an interesting story about humankind and mankind, and in the past, the future, the present. It's interesting if you want to watch it. So
okay. Love that. All right. Well, is there any garbage TV that you enjoy watching, Hannah?
I love watching old movies on Shudder. My favorite movie is Body Melt.
Okay.
Have you seen that?
No.
It's so good. It's so garbage. It's so trash, but it's incredible.
Body Melt. Ooh, that sounds terrifying.
It's my favorite movie.
The bodies actually melt. Faces melt. That just happens to all of us. You know what I mean? Like eventually as we get older. Yeah, white guys especially. White guys melt is what they say.
Right.
John Cena is a perfect example of that.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, he's turning into Ernest. Yeah.
Oh no.
I know. That's what they say. Real quick here, we're gonna be on here in 40 seconds. I have spoilers of who's gonna be on Challenge 42. This is our garbage TV, right? We love the challenge.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but not everybody. But here's a list of some. They're gonna do vets and threats again. Women: Cara Maria, Nani, Tori, Michelle, and Norris are gonna be some of the vets. Men: CT, Johnny Bananas, Corey, Nelson with his amputated leg, and Brad. I know.
I love me, my Brad.
Yeah. He goes way back. 14 seasons, and he's 45 years old. So yeah, he's old. And then some of the new threat women that are coming back. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're just geeking out on challenge real quick. Izzy Adrian Cassidy, who I had a crush on that Cassidy from USA.
Yeah.
I made a reel, like a love reel for that. She didn't.
Oh my gosh.
She didn't like it. Sydney is returning as well. So yes, she said she'd never do the challenge again.
Yeah.
She's back the following season.
Wow.
Leo Cedric, Chris Underwood or whatever, the guy who won USA challenge, he's back after one season. Will and Justin, just to name a few of returning people. And Fessel was on as somebody, but that got debunked. So no Fessel.
So when's it airing? Do you know?
Should be airing by this summer.
Okay.
So they're shooting right now. Right now, they're in Thailand shooting and be like a Vets and New Threats. I know you guys don't care, but Herb and I do.
Oh, you guys are like super excited.
Yeah, we are.
Herb's eyes are like
this is like the draft pick. I know.
It's a guilty pleasure. I love it.
I know. All right. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. But I want to remind you guys, there's a lot of things to do this weekend, of course, beyond the rodeo. It's the Tucson Foodie Craft beer crawl is happening Saturday. Limited tickets available for that, TucsonFoodie.com, and that's 1 to 6 p.m. And don't forget, next Saturday is also going to be the Vegan Night Market. So come one, come all. That's going to be a beautiful event. Herb, you should go and bring your wife because, again, all this beautiful food, it all happens to be vegan, but everyone will eat it and be like, oh, my God, I can't believe that's vegan. So many vendors, so many things that you could do that next Saturday. Speaking of which, I also have a pair of tickets for AEW Collision that I need to give away on the way out the door. So if you are a wrestling fan and you want to go see AEW Collision March 7th at the Tucson Arena, caller number 69 right now. Those tickets will be yours. You'll be my last winner of the week. But I'd like to thank everyone for listening to the show. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast broadcast, drop a like, follow our friends, Arts and Culture Guy on YouTube, at Death Free Foodie on social media, Instagram for all those beautiful pictures of food and more. And don't follow Mari because she's not on social media. Enjoy your weekend. Be back Monday morning bright and early. Till then, drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish upon a side of
call number 69 right now. 69.
Will come an end to all your grief. But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.